Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, we're gonna be doing a which would I buy. So I did one of these a few months ago, maybe like back in March or something. I can't really remember. And I did eyeshadows in that one, which this is pretty much just like an Instagram poll. I did put these up on my Instagram, so I will have my Instagram link down below if you ever want to do future polls or anything. But these are just like my takes on them. So it's just like two different eyeshadows, blushes, bronzers, whatever, and between those two of which one I would buy and why. So yeah, I think this video is gonna be helpful maybe to narrow down eyeshadow palettes or anything like that, but these are just my opinions, and some of these I've tried and some of these I have not. So yeah, make sure to subscribe down below, give this video a thumbs up if you do enjoy it, and if you want to see what I would buy, then just keep on watching. Okay, so some of these I have tried and I do own, so I just pulled some of the ones that I own and have in my collection. Hold on. We're gonna go ahead and start off with these. So the first picture is the e.l.f. bite-size face duos and the Cover FX. I think they're called the monochromatic blush duos. I don't really remember, but all I have is the e.l.f. ones. I've never tried the Cover FX ones. I would love to try them, but I'm pretty sure I want to say they're like $30 to $40 a piece, so they are pretty expensive, especially since these are $3, I think. So definitely a different deal. Obviously these are like pretty small and the packaging isn't as nice as the Cover FX, but still same concept. So here's my thing. The thing that I like about the Cover FX is they have the blush and then the matching shimmery blush or highlight, whichever you want to use it. But the shimmery part, I mean, you can use it as a blush topper or a highlight. I hardly ever use the shimmery part of it, just because in a lot of the e.l.f. ones, the shimmery part is just too dark for me to use as a highlight, and I don't love a glowy blush. Sometimes I'll reach for a glowy blush, but not as often. So sometimes I do wish that these were more of like, if they aren't going to match the blush, I do wish they were more of like a universal highlight shade, because a lot of these run really deep, or they just kind of have weird undertones for my skin. And that's the only thing. So I kind of wish they did just match the blush instead of just having like a highlight and a blush. So yeah, but I never have tried the Cover FX. The blush side is matte in both of these as far as I know. Out of the two, the e.l.f. ones are just a little bit more of a bang for your buck than the Cover FX one. Even though I do think the Cover FX ones are so beautiful, I just think these are $3 and those are $30. So definitely a huge gap. So the next ones, I don't have the, what was I saying? I don't have the NARS ones, but I have the e.l.f. ones. So I have the e.l.f. putty blushes, and then the top one is the NARS Air Matte Cream Blushes, I think is what they're called. So I have the shade Bora Bora and Tahiti. So Bora Bora is like this one, and this one is Tahiti. I've used these multiple times on my channel. I've talked about these a lot. I really do love these blushes. Again, I think these are about $3. I could be wrong. These might be a little bit more than that, but it's e.l.f., so it's still pretty affordable. Honestly, these have a very nice matte finish. They're really blendable. You can use these over powder. You can use them underneath. With cream blushes and liquid blushes, I always just prefer to use them underneath my powders just in case. But my vote is the e.l.f. ones, like right off the bat. That's just, the e.l.f. ones, one, are a cheaper alternative. The NARS ones I think are $30. Two, I really haven't heard the best things about the NARS ones. They really don't have like the greatest reviews on Sephora. So I don't know about that. I haven't tried the formula. I know that they have matte ones, but they also have shimmery ones. So maybe people are leaving the negative reviews about the shimmery ones. I don't really like shimmer blushes. I don't mind glowy ones, but ones that are like just pigment with glitter in it, I don't like that. But yeah, I just think the e.l.f. ones are just a better bang for your buck. They honestly look like the exact same thing, just from different brands. So I just think the e.l.f. ones are bang for your buck. And if you want to try the NARS ones, maybe give these a shot first. So the next one, I have the Melt Cosmetics Cream Blush Lights and the Fenty Beauty Cream Blushes. So the Fenty Beauty ones, I've never picked up. I've always wanted to pick the Fenty Beauty ones up ever since they came out. But honestly, I do not hear good things about the Fenty Beauty ones. I feel like it's very mixed. Some people really, really enjoy them and like them, and some people don't. They are very glowy, so that I've heard. Like, I don't, as far as I know, there is not a matte shade, but they are really, really glowy on the face. They are more of a buildable formula. I don't know. People don't seem to love those, and I don't think you can put those over powder. And then we have the Melt Cosmetics ones. So I actually used, as you can see, oh my goodness, that looks disgusting. So I have the two natural finish ones. There is 3 natural finish, and then there's 5 shimmery ones, I'm pretty sure. I haven't tried the shimmery ones yet, so I can't speak on that formula. But the natural finish ones are some of my absolute favorites. So I used Sandy Cheeks today, which is just like this burnt terracotta peachy shade, and then we have Honey Thief, which is just a nice peachy pink. I love this formula. The natural formula is just so blendable. These definitely have pigment. I went a little bit overboard today, but they definitely pack a punch. So yeah, I just love these. These are some of my absolute favorite cream blushes that are high end, and I would definitely choose the matte ones over the Fenty Beauty ones. I just would. And well, it also depends on what color. Now, if you really like super, super colorful cream blushes, maybe try the Fenty Beauty ones and see if you like the formula. Who knows? Maybe you'll like it even though it doesn't have the best reviews. But Melt Cosmetics definitely has a lot of peachier shades. I kind of hope they expand the range for the natural ones, since they only have 3 colors of the natural ones, and they all are pretty peachy, and none of them are very pink or just kind of like different colors. So hopefully they'll expand the range of the natural finish. But I kind of do want to try the shimmery ones just because I love these so much. But yeah, the Melt ones are definitely what I would choose over the Fenty Beauty. We've been talking about creams, but now we're going to talk about liquid ones. So top picture is the Rare Beauty Liquid Touch Blushes, and then the bottom one is the Fenty Beauty Blush Balm Color Drops. So in the Fenty Beauty, did I say Fenty Beauty? These are the Flower Beauty Blush Balm Color Drops. So the Rare Beauty ones, I have the shade Bliss and Happy. They have a matte formula, so there's 4 matte ones and then 4 dewy ones. The Happy is a dewy formula and Bliss is a matte formula. And then the Flower Beauty ones is, I have the shades Bubbly and Pinch. So I really do like the Flower Beauty ones. These are, I think, $9 or $10. So again, pretty affordable. And honestly, the Rare Beauty ones are super, super pigmented. You only need a touch of this. Maybe that's why they're called liquid touch blushes. You do not need a lot of these. You can go overboard with this formula. I feel like the Flower Beauty ones are a little bit more watery and a little bit more of a buildable formula. You're not going to get as much of a crazy color like you are with the Rare Beauty. I kind of feel like the Rare Beauty wear a little bit longer than the Flower Beauty. Again, maybe that's because the formula is a little bit more watery, and I feel like this formula is a little bit more like moussier. Even though these are cheaper, I definitely think that the Rare Beauty ones is what I would choose over these. I do like the Flower Beauty ones, their formula for the price. I think that's a really good affordable liquid blush alternative, but I just think the Rare Beauty ones, I just like the formula of these better. I like the colors on both of these a lot, but I also like with the Rare Beauty ones that you can choose your finish. So if you prefer matte, they have matte. If you prefer dewy, you can choose dewy. So yeah, I just like the formula on the Rare Beauty ones a little bit more than the Flower Beauty, but the Flower Beauty is still good. So if you want to go with a cheaper alternative, these are still really good liquid blushes. Again, I just prefer these a little bit more. Okay, next is powder blushes. So I have the Kylie ones up top. I actually think I own all of the Kylie ones. I used to own all of them, but one of them did break. I actually really love this formula. So I just pulled one just so you can just see the packaging and just like what it looks like on the inside. I didn't want to show all of them. And then we have the Flower Beauty Flower Pot blushes. So I have 2 of these, and I have the shades Wild Rose and Sweet Pea. So this one's actually going to be really hard for me because I really do love the Kylie blushes, and the formula of these actually remind me a lot of each other. The flower ones and the Kylie ones kind of have that matte finish that's like a very like airbrush finish. I really do love both of these. Neither of these are chalky, neither of these are hard to blend. I don't have any problems with these. The Kylie ones do have more colors. The Flower Beauty ones obviously are cheaper. I think these are $9 cheaper. These are $18 and these are $9. So honestly, since the formula is so similar, I would go with the Flower Beauty ones. Even though I love the Kylie ones, and I'll still recommend those because I really do think these are great blushes. I mean, her cheek products are actually really nice and some of my favorites. But I really do love these Flower Beauty ones, and you can't beat it for the price. It's $9. You can get these at Ulta. They used to sell Flower Beauty at Walmart. I don't know if they still do. I don't know, maybe it's certain Walmarts, but you can definitely find these at Ulta. I love these blushes. I think the colors are super pretty. I think they do have some shimmery ones. They aren't available on Ulta, but they might be available on the Flower Beauty website. But yeah, I just prefer the matte formula, so I would definitely choose the flower ones over the Kylie ones, even though I love both of these. It's $9 cheaper. Okay, so next we have the Rare Beauty and the Patrick Ta. So I actually don't have any others to kind of compare this to for the like duo part, but I absolutely love the Patrick Ta blushes. I've mentioned them a lot of times on my channel. I do have 2 other shades, but you just get the powder blush and then you get the cream that just has this little thing. Honestly, these are expensive, but you definitely are getting your money's worth because the packaging is super nice. It has a little cover so your powder doesn't get all in the cream blush, and it's going to help to keep it creamier and fresher longer, and you get a powder, so it's like getting 2 for 1. Now, since I don't have anything to compare this to, I'm mostly going to be talking about the cream part of this. So I have the Rare Beauty is what I'm going to compare it to, because these formulas actually do remind me a little bit of each other. I would say the Patrick Ta cream is more of a natural matte finish. I don't think that's dewy, but the Rare Beauty ones, the cream, what are these called? Does it not say the name? I think these are the Melting Blushes. I think that's the name of these. So the shade that I have in that one is Nearly Berry, which I actually really love this shade. But the formulas, again, just kind of remind me of each other. They're very similar in consistency, but I do really like these. I don't know. But you can put the Patrick Ta ones over powder. I haven't, or maybe I have tried it. But the Rare Beauty ones, I haven't tried over powder. I've only tried the Patrick Ta one. And the packaging on the Rare Beauty ones is also like really pretty. It's like this baby pink. Kind of looks like a little AirPod case, and then it has gold on the inside. Again, super cute. If I had to choose between one, I think I would go with the Patrick Ta. Not because it's a duo and you're getting like a better buck. If we're just looking at the cream part, I really do love the cream in these Patrick Ta blushes. They're just so easy to work with. They're very versatile, and I've never had any problems with them. I've never had any problems with the Rare Beauty ones either, but I just love these Patrick Ta blushes. These are like so good, especially for beginners. So yeah, I think I would have to choose the Patrick Ta ones over that one. Okay, so another one I'm going to compare is the Kosas, what are these called? Color and Light Cream duos, I guess is what you would call them. So these are $34, so a little pricey. You do get a cream blush and highlight. I'm not going to really be speaking on the highlight, just the blush side. And then the other blush is the Tower 28 Beach Please blush, and I have mine in the shade Golden Hour. So I actually just got this in the Sephora sale. And then I got this Kosas one in a BoxyCharm actually. I do think the Tower 28 ones are a little bit more of a dewier formula. They're both kind of like an oily consistency when you touch them. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see. Like they are kind of like oily when you touch them. But I also feel like the, if you can see, I did swatch these two just because I wanted to compare the formula because they both are oily to the touch. But they're not oily on the face by any means. But as you can see, the Tower 28 one is definitely more dewy than the Kosas one. But I think I would choose the Tower 28 one over the Kosas one. Something about the formula of the Tower 28 one I like more. There is, I feel like there's a little bit better colors with the Tower 28 ones than there is with the Kosas ones. But, I mean, it is, like, nice to get a cream highlight with the cream blush. But, again, I don't know. I prefer the Tower 28 ones. I don't really have, like, a specific reason because the Kosas one is good. But I really do like the Tower 28 one. But I also like the Kosas one. I think I'm going to stick with my original answer and say the Tower 28 one. Two more. These are powder. I wanted to incorporate a little bit more of a powder blush because I do feel like I've been talking a lot about cream and liquid blushes. So the next one is the Laura Mercier Blush Color Infusions and the Lawless Make Me Blush Velvet Blushes. So the Lawless ones do have ones that are matte and they do have ones that are shimmer, and so does Laura Mercier. I have Rosé and Chai from Laura Mercier, and then Lawless, I have 4 of their colors because if you can't tell, I really like these blushes. Hands down, I know that Laura Mercier is like a cult favorite, but I love these Lawless blushes. I have 4 shades of them, so I must like them a little bit. I just love the formula of these. Yes, the Laura Mercier ones are good. I do like the colors. I like the formula. It is a matte formula and it's super blendable. But these Lawless ones, I love these. They're so easy to work with. They're very blendable, very airbrush, and I really like them. So I would choose the Lawless ones over them. I honestly don't know if there's really a price difference between the Lawless and the Laura Mercier, but I love the Lawless ones. I love the colors. I love the colors of Laura Mercier, but these Lawless ones just, they have my heart. So if I had to choose one, I would definitely choose the Lawless ones over the Laura Merciers. And then the last thing is a little face palette kind of trio thing. So we have the OGs of all OGs, the Anastasia Blush Trios. So these are like an oldie but a goodie. I actually haven't used these in like a minute, but I have the Peachy Love one. That one. And then the one that I used to use all the time is the Pink Passion, which I actually kind of dip in some of those. But yeah, I do really love these ones. These two on the ends are matte, and this one is it's definitely not glowy or really shimmery. It just has a matte with like a little bit of shimmer in it, but it doesn't really show up the shimmer. And then these two are matte, and this one does have like that same formula where it's like a matte with like shimmer in it, but you can't ever really see it. And then I also have the Artist Couture Love Sprung palette. So I have volume 1, or no, this is volume 2 and volume 1 right here. So as you know, I just got these and I just done them with first impressions too. But the packaging on these is so cute. It's so like spring summer. I'm pretty sure these are still available, but they are limited edition. So yeah. Definitely a size comparison. Why can't I say that? The Artist Couture is definitely a lot bigger than the Anastasia, just by product size and packaging. And I do like the packaging more on the Artist Couture, but we're mostly looking at the inside. I do feel like the Anastasia ones do have better colors and more of a wide range of colors. These have, I think, like 5 or 6 colors, and then in the Artist Couture it's only these 2, which they were for just the collection, so maybe he'll expand on them or just add permanent shades. I don't know which ones I would choose. Okay, so I think I would actually choose, which is really surprising to me, is the Anastasia ones over the Artist Couture. And my only reason why is because I love the Artist Couture blushes and I love the formula of them. I just don't love this middle shade. This is, it's just a very, I don't know. Again, I do prefer matte blushes over shimmery blushes, so it's obviously all preference. But no, I do just prefer a matte blush, so I do kind of wish these were all matte like the Anastasia ones. Even though there is a couple shades that do have shimmer in it, they all show up matte on me. So, and I do think they have better colors that are a little bit more diverse. But yeah, these are super pretty palettes. I love the formula on these. But again, I just wish this shade was matte instead of these like shimmery like toppers. I don't know. Like, even though they're super pretty, they're nothing like amazing. Like, I just feel like he could have left those out and just put another matte shade. So yeah, I think I would choose the Anastasia ones over this one. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know y'all really liked my other which would I buy, but I didn't want to do eyeshadow palettes again. But if you want to see eyeshadow palettes again, I'll definitely do it. I do want to do a part 2, but I kind of want to switch it up for this one. So I thought I would go to my next favorite thing, which is blushes. I love blushes. So yeah, next one that I do, this one, it'll probably either be another edition of the eyeshadow palette one. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!